And I'm about to say a hot take real quick, but Majin Buu, and I'm talking about...
He better not say this is the best form of Majin Buu. I'll cut this video off right now.
Genuinely one of the scariest moments in the arc, and it once again proves that Krillin is the absolute GOAT. I don't know why.
Yo, what?
Stop it. Get some help.
Listen, my guy said the Buu Saga is trash, all right? Now, I'm going to be honest. If he said that about the Cell Saga, would have had to give him a Minka, Monka, Munka special, okay? But went out here looking like Jake Paul. But since he did it, I'm going to hear him out. What are the gripes with the Buu Saga? Let's see.
About that time. Let's get into it. There is so much that I gotta say about the Buu Saga that I had to call in the front line. So shout out my boy Codename Super for even tapping in. If you live under a rock and you are not subbed, go sub. He the GOAT when it comes to this for real. Make sure you peep the other DB vids, and I'm gonna stop talking because we about to get into 30 minutes.
Oh, we see what he said about the Cell Saga. You know what I'm saying? We reacted to those.
It's a straight heat.
It's really happening! Buu is coming back to life!
Okay. Now this might be one of the hardest intros. Okay. Yeah. The beat drop, I'm rapping. I said, okay.
Now, opening thoughts on this saga, I think this saga is mid. And I know all y'all TikTok infested kids are gonna hear the word mid and be like, he thinks it's trash! Mid means the middle.
Thank you, boy. He's spitting right now. Everybody be like, yo, you said it's mid, that means you think it's garbage. No, it's average. Being average is okay. Nah, that boy's spitting right now.
It's aight. And in these videos, I talk about both the manga and the anime, but in this arc, their placements are drastically different. Ooh. I'm not gonna lie. The manga version, as much as it hurts me to say, because I'm the biggest manga D-writer on the planet, this arc like a high C tier for real. Anime version of this arc, though, is either a high B or a low A, because the anime does fix a lot of its problems. This arc just reminds me a lot of those really controversial music albums. I would use Yeezus as an example, but that's Kanye's best album. Y'all can...
Oh, yeah, we got to cut this off. Yo, that boy is not spitting. Who let him cook? Get him out of here.
Fight me on that. But for this, I'm going to use Whole Lotta Red. If you take Whole Lotta Red's top 5 songs and the Buu Saga's top 5 moments, and you put it against anything else, there is damn near no way it's gonna lose. It's once you give me the whole thing, I'm like, nah, this shit ass. And I feel like that's the perfect example for this arc. This arc got a lot, so
okay, he might be spitting. He might be spitting.
Try to keep everything short and concise, but also talk about everything just so I can get my point across, or else we're really gonna be here for like 2 hours. Let's get started. Before we start, y'all hear that intro?
Yeah,
so this arc starts with Gohan going to high school and the Great Saiyaman stuff. And I think this got to be the most overhated section in the entire Z portion of the series. I'm going to get into it more later, but this arc really started the divide between the people who mess with Dragon Ball being jokey and people who just like to see hands. Gohan going through high school is some of the funniest stuff ever. Y'all can clearly see from my channel, I mess with Spider-Man. And those scenes where he discovers his powers is one of the most entertaining scenes of all the movies that it appears in. And a lot of these high school scenes give me those same vibes. The Great Saiyaman is just a breath of fresh air too, and the way the Great Saiyaman...
I ain't gonna lie, Great Saiyaman low-key made me want to turn Dragon Ball Z off. Facts. All right, I was hyped. Gohan coming off the Cell Saga, I said, he's cooking. And then I see him with a do-rag on. What's wrong with him?
Gets hate. You would think the anime dragged this out for like 60 episodes. Dog, it's 3 episodes! And it helps the arc a lot because it actually, 1, makes Videl a character, and 2, makes Gohan and Videl's relationship actually mean something. Because you can rack up the first manga L right now. Gohan and Videl talk for like 2 occasions before she's like, oh, you like me with my hair short? Head ass, you don't even know him! And we had all that Great Saiyaman set up for him to show off off his identity in the stupidest way possible. Yo, Gohan, where'd you go? Oh, you know, I just had to use the bathroom, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, your name Gohan! It's funny in its own context, but it really feels like a waste of time. I really like this scene too, though. Every time I read the manga, it cracks me up. Videl's fire. I like her character a lot. She's real cute when she's on screen, and I love her flight training too. It shows a side of these Dragon Ball characters that we really don't see that often, and I love that a lot. But once again, chalk up another manga L. Itself.
Maybe when I was a kid, I was one of them people who was like, yo, hands only. That's what I'm here for, because I tuned it out till the hands started. All right. I seen Great Saiyan Man. I said, what is this? And cut it off.
Yet again, who's shocked? This man Toriyama said, oh, you guys actually
Babidi pulled up. We locked in.
You wanted to see Videl learn? Nah, you get Goku, little bruh. Rest in piss. And we miss everything that Videl learned until she was already off the ground. Like, come on now, son. Chalk up another L for the manga. And before we move on to the tournament, Goten and Trunks are dope. Goten is just cute as hell.
True.
I really like Trunks being an annoying little turd because I love the complete reversal it does on our knowledge of future Trunks. Because you really got my boy future Trunks getting everything out the trenches, only for the Trunks now to be a spoiled ass brat. And I love the complete polar opposites. It makes Trunks that much more enjoyable. And I can make a small section about them going Super Saiyan. But long story short, it's stupid, but they are damn near always treated as a joke, so I don't take it that seriously. When Trunks goes Super Saiyan, Vegeta literally says it's a Super Saiyan bargain sale. They are just comedy relief, as opposed to Caulifla and Kale, as they are played completely straight. But yeah, both are stupid, but it's not something I'm gonna go to war about. Again, y'all's GOAT hates Goku over some baby tears. Can we just admit that this series ain't that serious? So we get to the tournament, and then we see all the Z fighters together.
You don't have to replay Little Nightmares.
Bulma! Somebody start the music, because she is so bad. She be looking fine in every single arc of the series, but this? Who let your fine ass come out of Capsule Corp looking like this? Nah, if I was in Dragon Ball, I would have been in those 24/7.
Is he humping the table?
Who is stopping me? Hey, yo!
Hey, would have had to risk it.
Alright, we gonna continue like that never happened.
But then you got Goku pulling up, and I love this scene so much. But one thing that was always mad funny, these guys really looked at Goku like he was a celebrity in a Disney show. Dwayne Wade had ass doing tricks on it. But anywho, I really love the tournament. I love seeing these Dragon Ball characters actually interact with each other outside of a fighting setting. There is like 50 great moments of all these characters interacting. I could rapid fire a bunch on screen. My favorite is when Goku's talking with Krillin, and he's like, yo, you cracked 18? That's why you did. Goten versus Trunks is a really underrated fight. It has great paneling, and they was actually boxing. Trunks really slammed my dog out though, breaking 2 rules. Free my dog, go easy. Hercule versus Trunks is a very enjoyable fight as well, and I completely forgot to talk about Hercule in the Cell Saga video, so I'm gonna just say it right now. He is hilarious. The only thing I don't like about that arc, you really just need Hercule and the announcer. I don't know why the anime went out their way to add them. It's like when you got that one friend that doesn't know when to stop the joke. You just need Hercule. You don't need these other 5, making this whole shtick unfunny. But we gonna get into Hercule later, because he is the GOAT. During this, we get Supreme Kai's intro, and I really like his introduction. His intro's almost too cold, because if you see how he moves for the rest of this arc, it is such a waste. Moving with so much mystery.
Wasn't Deborah part of this arc too? Hey, my man might be spitting with that top 5 part though. He might be spitting. My GOAT Piccolo literally pissing himself. The reason why Supreme Kai loses all of his presence is because of Toriyama's joke that the crazy training that we seen all the Z fighters go through got them so strong that it got even God surprised. I mess with it a lot. I think it's really funny, but he took the joke way too far, and I think Toriyama himself even realized this. That's why he brought Elder Kai into the mix, because no one's gonna take this nigga seriously. The moment it became unfunny was when I see Supreme Kai talking about some guys, we need to jump him. The opponent is Yakon. Like, what is up with you gods, man? We got King Kai on all 4s. Once Vegeta goes grade 8, y'all gods need to tee up. But to end this off, we're gonna do Videl versus Spopovich. I'm gonna pass it to my guy.
Alright, let's do it. Videl versus Spopovich. All you need to do is take one good look at the size difference. That boy Akira said, alright, look, Videl's ops gotta be straight, power forwards and centers. No one under 6'5". Like, the only other person I saw her
Facts.
fight was Broly. I know it isn't canon, but damn, bro. Toriyama don't be giving her the chance. But nah, let's go back a bit, because I swear they be giving these fighters a negative IQ. Like, this man was really sitting there growling and shit, foaming out the mouth, and bro was talking about, damn, I think something's up with Spopovich. I'm not sure though. And look at the before and after. What do you mean you're not sure? But yeah, this fight is the definition of had me in the first half, because Videl was giving bro the beatdown of a lifetime. She started slide canceling on bro, knocking him down repeatedly. She was beating his ass. But every time this man got knocked down, he kept getting up like Matt in Wii Sports Boxing. This man just wouldn't give up.
Bruh, fought him like 2 times, never turned on boxing again. Catch me in the bowling, baby. We going crazy.
She was locked in too. I don't think she took any damage the first half. It was straight perfect blocks and dodges. She was trying to live up to the legacy of Hercule, and she was doing it. So like on the fifth knockdown, this man just completely flips the switch. He gets up looking mad as shit and starts walking right up to her. Shorty tried to put up that weak ass fighting stance. Get that weak shit out of here. But nah, peep the backhand form though. That shit was clean as hell. A perfect 60-degree angle. That's what we need right there. Anything less than 90 is automatically valid. That backhand had Videl on the floor sliding. The second she gets up, she sees this man running at him full speed, ready to punch her ass. And the crazy part is, if Gohan didn't teach her how to fly, it would have been GG.
Yep.
And trust me, that would have been a way better outcome than what actually happened. Because she flies back in and kicks the shit out of him. Had his head turned
and then gets worked. It's all down here from here, ladies and gentlemen.
the whole opposite direction. He falls down and everybody talking about GG Videl, you killed him. You're disqualified. Take that 4PF chain off. We don't claim you. But like I said, this man is Matt in Wii Boxing. That shit could not keep him down. He gets up and starts fixing himself, manually turning his head.
Bro, you fight somebody, bro, they pop their shoulder out of place, and mid-fight they, all right, let's get back to it. I'm running, chat. Listen, there is no shame in understanding you lost. You don't have to keep fighting until you die, all right? Once you realize this ain't a match I could win, I'm putting my big toe out. Ring out me. You ain't even gotta hit me. I'm out of there.
Himself looked like a Luffy. What is going on? After fixing himself up, it was time for the get back. He hits her with the kick of his own, making her ass hit the Yamcha. He tries going in for one more hit, but she flies up, and this is where shit gets bad. Because she thought she could just camp up there and wait for his stamina bar to go up, but Spopovich didn't let that shit fly. He comes up, and this is where they end the episode talking about Videl is getting her ass beat. Is she gonna blow a 3-1 lead? Find out next time in Dragon Ball Z. And then the next episode, they titled this bitch Videl is crushed. Like, damn, what is there to find out now? But at the same time, there is no better title because the whole damn episode is just, well,
Breathe
out of both nostrils. This.
yeah, it was bad. Shit got to a point where she was about to fall off the map and get disqualified, but he grabbed her by the leg and...
See, that's crazy. That's crazy. You do that to me, I'm making sure I'm ring out next time, bro. You catch me before you win and say, come here. We about to keep fighting? I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Threw her back in and started beating her ass some more. Like, she's fighting a whole menace. Her ass didn't stand a chance. And the worst part is Spopovich is really just not like that. He's a whole first round exit. Hercule packed him up in like 3 seconds. It was embarrassing.
After this, the tournament basically wraps up. Gohan going Super Saiyan 2 is one of the cleanest transformations in the entire series though. And Android 18's fight against both Mighty Mask and Hercule is just some great stuff, man. I really did like this section. And then we get to Babidi, and I really enjoy his introduction.
And this is where I came back. I said, oh, hold on. This might be heat. Let me sit back down. You know, hey, Toonami, appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? What would I be without the commercials?
Him popping the minions' heads off is brutal as hell. This part is really brutal. They have to censor Spopovich's death in the anime. The corpses of Babidi's victims are also censored because of how detailed it is. But the Boru's intro is actually mad cold. He straight blicks Kibito in the face. But this scene is so dumb. Because Goku and Vegeta are clearly tight, but they throw one strike and then sit there. In base 2, and then the Bora just spits and Krillin Gohan just stood there. Like, nigga, he just spit on you. This is not like no Ki Blast or something. This ain't even sanitary. You should be moving out the way, nigga. But the Babidi ship portion, I really like. It's short and very to the point, and it's a very funny segment as well. And I guess this is where I get to talk about the arc's comedy. This arc, I think, really creates the split between a lot of people. The people who really like the light-hearted Dragon Ball and the people who just want to see straight hands. But me personally, I think the comedy is the strongest factor carrying this arc, because it's literally just Dragon Ball making fun of itself. And I think it strikes a fantastic balance between being serious and being funny. Like, this arc really makes Buu killing niggas with a candy beam scary. The concept is so dumb, but the arc just makes it work. Elder Kai is literally just a caricature of all of the endless tropes that Dragon Ball got. Gotenks is just absolutely ridiculous. Hercule has an insane amount of presence in this arc, and he's hilarious. And Majin Buu in every single form is just straight jokes. But my favorite use of the comedy comes within the character development. I love how the tail end of Dragon Ball Z writes Vegeta. They make that nigga so goofy. This gotta be my favorite scene in the entire arc.
Raise your hands up right now, or you're all going to die!
And my favorite example of them all is Piccolo's development into.
Bro, we don't applaud Vegeta at all on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah.
All y'all niggas that say, oh, Piccolo was so wasted in this arc. The joke flew over y'all's head. I'm sick of all y'all niggas saying, oh, Piccolo is so useless in the Buu arc. He went from the Demon King to a babysitter. Guys, that's the joke. And nigga, it's hilarious. I'm telling you, it's hilarious seeing this nigga who was literally the Demon King arguing with a 12-year-old and interacting with the cast members the way he does in this arc. Like, bro, I love Piccolo in this arc, and I'm tired of you niggas saying he stinks. And this is where the other side of the Dragon Ball fans that really just want to see boxing think a character is useless because they can't throw hands, and that Dragon Ball should always be serious. You see a lot of the fan mangas, a lot of people are like this. And again, I feel like y'all just take Dragon Ball a little too deep. This is the same series where the main character literally died, had a heartfelt speech, and the direct next scene is a joke on King Kai's planet. And it's not even tonal whiplash or nothing. It fits Dragon Ball's tone perfectly because this is a goofy ass series. And not only that, y'all act like Piccolo was useless in this arc when he
did work. He was like training them fusion. Like he did. I feel like Piccolo was useful. Was he useful in the same way he was before? Maybe not, but you know what I'm saying? It was good enough.
Worse back problems than Tagashi, the way he was carrying. But long story short, man, Piccolo cooked, and the comedy in this arc cooks too. And then we get to the best part of the arc. Majin Vegeta. This is everybody's favorite part of the Buu Saga.
The only time he was semi, like worth something, okay? Because all the other times, to me, Vegeta's worthless, okay? Your head this big, your skill is down here somewhere, big fella. Relax. I feel like he lived up to the vileness that comes with Vegeta.
And I can't even blame y'all. There's no way all you gotta do is slap an M on a nigga's head and he become this cold. I'm a Japanese sub lover, but the M on the
we were scanning
the nigga's head and he
hold on, what is this?
This
was that a trailer from something?
I'm a Japanese sub lover, but the English dub is the quintessential way to watch this, man. They deserved a Grammy the way they cooked. Like, every time I open the episode, I'm hearing the best quote that ever landed upon my ears. First it's, and then it's, and even the narrator's cooking against the wishes of the Supreme Kai.
Against the commands of the wizard Babidi, Goku and Vegeta have marked off their battlefield.
You dropped one a few days ago. We'll hop on those.
I love the tournament portion. I love that Goku was about to boom Supreme Kai just so they could box. This is real small, but I love when Vegeta says this before their fight.
Now let us begin!
Woo! That man sounds so clean. I'm gonna get more into their fight later, but just know I love this fight. And there's so many great speeches that he drops within this, but my favorite is this right here, where he has Goku against the wall. And he's like, every breath you take is an assault to my honor. I see that, and all I can do is throw my hands up and say it's peak fiction. Before this scene where he's slapping Goku and he's like, what? I can't move on. I'm done. But moving on and going to the others, I really like Gohan's Kamehameha. And Majin Buu's release is so fire. I couldn't imagine the reaction of the kids that are reading this manga weekly and seeing this fat ass nigga as the main villain. I would have been crying. And I'm about to say a hot take real quick, but Majin Buu, and I'm talking about...
He better not say this is the best form of Majin Buu. I'll cut this video off right now. I will cut this video off right now.
Every single form in concept is like top 3 anime villains of all time. I know every single one. And I'm about to say a hot take real quick, but Majin Buu, and I'm talking about every single form in concept, is like top 3 anime villains of all time.
Okay, I'll give him that. Cause Frieza looked a little crazy with the chrome dome. You know what I'm saying? My man had a freaking whole airplane strip on his head, L figure. You know what I'm saying? Cell, he had a big swole version. Actually, all Cell versions except Perfect Cell was Boo Boo. Okay, so that was valid. That was valid.
I know it's gonna sound insane, but just hold my hand. Let me cook. Because every single form of Buu is different. He has the most creative fight style in any anime that you've watched. I can promise you that if you saw the way Kid Buu was greasing these niggas, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm about to play like 50 scenes on the screen right now. You can tell the animators were having so much fun with his powers. Super Buu is underrated as hell. He was really just a monster child, and his short temper would control entire scenes. Skinny Buu doesn't do anything, but he's black, so I gotta do something for him.
Y'all.
Oh my god, he's him! And Majin Buu's character is really underrated too. The only problem with Majin Buu is that he's in the Buu arc. I'm telling you, you give the character of Majin Buu to any other writer, you would see Majin Buu in every single greatest of all time list. No cap. But Majin Buu spawns and he does the Bora in the worst way. He gets hit with the basic anime villain trope. They gotta make the old villain useless to make the new one seems that much more powerful. And I'm kind of shocked the Bora didn't go from villain to good guy, because it was so on the table. I would have liked it that idea was actually used, but it is what it is. I don't really care. Majin Vegeta versus Buu is crazy. I love this fight so much. Majin Buu does this nigga dirty though. You got this my 600-pound life nigga throwing his own fat around you, jumping on you, and then beating your ass? That is crazy, but chalk up another W for Buu. You cannot name another villain that would dog someone this creatively. And then we get Vegeta's final moments. Him saying bye to Trunks is a great scene. One really underrated one, but him talking with Piccolo is one of the best dialogue exchanges in the entire show. Because Vegeta's like, am I gonna see Kakarot in heaven? And then Piccolo's like, heaven? I'm keeping it a stat, gang. He gonna be looking up at us. His soul was literally gonna get cleansed and reborn, and he still does what he has to do. That's some real nigga shit. Like, there's no amount of glazing I can do that can make you understand how fire Majin Vegeta is, man. I would rewatch this arc 10.
Okay, how fire he is, stretch. The most fire version of Vegeta, we'll take that though. You know what I'm saying?
Times over. Just
look, that Big Holla hates Vegeta compilation. Boy, that's gonna be a sight to see. Whoever make that
for him. All right, is he dead now? Okay. So we leave one of the best characters to ever be written in Dragon Ball into the worst written segment of the entire Dragon Ball series. And I'm not joking. I was positive for a lot of this video, but not no more, nigga. From the point where Majin Vegeta dies to where Vegito is introduced, got to be my least favorite segment of the entire original series. That's crazy. I don't care what y'all think. I'm taking the Pilaf arc over this. And again, my point is gonna show up. There's a lot of moments within this stretch that are some of the best moments in the entire series, but in between these great moments, it's just bad writing after bad writing. It's like Toriyama had a plan for the story, but he had so many obstacles in the way in order to get what he wanted. He just brute forced his way into it, and I'm telling you, it's literally just back and forth. Y'all can keep your Gear 5s and your Super Saiyan 1s. Super Saiyan 3 to me is the best anime transformation sequence of all time. Like, every time Goku pulled this out, you knew it was about to go down. I absolutely love every single time he scraps against Majin Buu with this form. It's the coldest thing ever.
Did he just... I know he did not just say that Super Saiyan 3 Goku transformation is the best one. Like his son ain't go Super Saiyan 2 as a half breed. to wash who his daddy couldn't wash. Come, hey man, listen. Zeph, you got one more. You praise Vegeta a little too much. I let it slide. You came back and you said that the Super Saiyan 3 best transformation. That's strike 2, big fella. One more, you're done.
I don't know how you could hear this
Is to go even further beyond.
and not jump out your seat. Like, that's my goal. And I love Super Saiyan 3's design too. Bro, the sequence at the end where you see the Ozaru and then Goku becoming a kid and Shenmue scream. Oh my God, nigga, this is peak. People don't really talk about the Japanese version, but I love the Japanese version as well. The OST when Goku looks at Babidi is just so chilling, dog. With the Majin Buu arc, you can't have something good without
Vegeta fire for real. J2, we're gonna go ahead and ban you from this chat. You know what I'm saying? Goodbye, big fella. You're out of here.
Because SS3 Goku's cool, but although Toriyama did not plan a lot of this series, this is something you could tell he didn't plan at all. Because I'm sorry, but this completely ruins the Goku versus Majin Vegeta fight for me. Because it makes Goku look stupider than he ever did, even in Super. And his reasoning to Vegeta later is that, oh, I thought I would be able to use it later. Vegeta calls BS and I call BS, nigga. Later for what?
It's one of them.
This
One
is
of them, but not
you
the best.
burning something on the oven, and instead of turning the oven off, you call the fire department. And I ask you, why did you call the fire department? And you're like, oh, there's gonna be a fire. Why are you preparing for the effect when you could stop the cause, nigga? He's saving Super Saiyan 3 for Majin Buu as if he couldn't just one-shot Majin Vegeta. The other reasoning behind it gets no payoff either. The younger generation gotta be strong enough to save the world. That's cool, but who kills Buu? Everyone in this picture is over 50 years old! And it's so weird to me because Toriyama completely backpedals this theme. Both of these two, we end up spending the entire middle section of the arc waiting on is useless. Like, this ain't new in Dragon Ball, but they never waste our time to this extent. They built Ultimate Gohan to be the climax of the arc just for Elder Kai to watch him lose one fight and he's like, Goku, your son ass, you need to get back in the ring. They get thrown to the side. It's so sad. But again, Gotenks?
Boy.
Cold ass nigga, I can't lie. I'm telling you, he was just a young hood nigga straight out the trap, bro. Y'all can keep your Gogetos and your Vegitos.
Come on,
this
man.
is the best.
Y'all wasn't on Budokai like that. You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
Fusion of all time. His
You started playing at Tenkaichi? That's tough.
fight with Super Buu is one of
Real Dragon Ball fighters know about Dragon Ball Z Final Bout, okay? Where you had to put the little Japanese translator in the PlayStation. Y'all wasn't outside, bruh. Okay? It's okay.
the best fights in the entire series. Like, Gotenks and Buu both just some stupid ass niggas boxing. Gotenks bounces off of Piccolo fantastically too. I sadly can't sing the same praises about Gohan, but we gon' get to him because there's some other things I gotta complain about plot wise. Goku telling everyone on the lookout that Gohan and Vegeta are dead is one of the best moments in the series. I love this scene so much, except for the fact that it makes no goddamn sense. I'm telling you, Toriyama just brute forced his way throughout this plot because there is no reason why anyone in the cast should think Gohan is dead. You guys just wished for everybody good to come back to life after the Majin Buu fight was over. If y'all sat there and thought for 2 seconds, you would realize that Gohan should be alive. And the fact that so much of the plot is predicated on something so stupid really gets me tight. And there's so much more I could complain about. The excuse to not use a hyperbolic time chamber is really stupid and just goes to show that Dragon Ball's been going on for way too long. I could complain about how Buu's presence as a villain is not written that well compared to any other villain.
I think what he's saying is if he went Super Saiyan 3, his time on Earth would have been like, I don't know.
Gets beat up way too many times. So by the time they actually beat Buu, it doesn't even feel that triumphant. And I mean that in the sense where it doesn't feel like, wow, they're finally strong enough to beat Buu. It's like, finally, these dumbass niggas decided to tee up. I can talk about how horrible the cutaways are in this arc too, because not only are a lot of them repetitive, some make no goddamn sense, they are also placed in the absolute worst places I have ever seen. Like, the manga does a really bad one, where right before Super Buu was about to kill the entire cast, for some reason they switched to Goku, and we don't even see the actions happen. Like, these are cast members we've been following for the entire series. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I need to see that. Anime fixes this by giving us one of the best moments in the entire arc. Genuinely one of the scariest moments in the arc, and it once again proves that Krillin is the absolute GOAT. I don't know why.
Yo, what? Yo, what are we doing? What are these claims?
Y'all meme him when the most useless nigga on the
is Yamcha
planet is.
Oh yeah, it's Chaozu. You know what I'm saying? But does he really count, bruh? He doesn't even count. He doesn't count.
Right there.
But no, guys, we're gonna have the Krillin owned counter. Don't worry, guys, because Krillin always dies.
You lame ass niggas, man. See, now I'm mad. These cutaways also get very repetitive. Every single cutaway to the Supreme Kai planet is literally just Goku or Supreme Kai reiterating stuff that we just saw, and then Gohan questioning if Elder Kai is even doing anything with his potential. Go rewatch the arc. It happens like 10 times. And then we got the cutaways that make no sense. A running gag in the anime is that Chi-Chi and Bulma are really being overprotective parents about Goten and Trunks. And I get it, it's their kids, blah, 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 but they take it way too far. There's a lot of really stupid ones, but the ones during the Gotenks fight really pisses me off. Because Bulma's out here crying and complaining that they are putting the fate on the universe on little boys. And I would get it if it wasn't from you. You have been surrounded by people the same age as your son, be tasked to save the world on multiple.
But they're not her son. Isn't that the like thing though? You know what I'm saying? Like, look at you. Look how you done changed. You know what I'm saying?
Pull occasions. And now I gotta spend 10 minutes of an episode watching you complain? Shut up, and can we...
Hold up, but isn't this like the same joke about Piccolo, Demon King? You know what I'm saying? Now he's a babysitter. Bulma, you know, out here running around with the hood rats in the Hellcats and SRTs. But then you have a son in this, oh my God, oh my, look what's happening outside. Isn't that the point?
You watch these niggas box! Dragon Ball's usually very good at making cutaways. They're always adding to the plot or giving us more insight as a reader. But all these are just wasting my time on even bigger waste of time. And these ain't even the worst cutaways in this series, because when I get to this arc, oh my God! I'm done. These niggas done pissed me off, man. Jesus. What were we even talking about, bro? I'm done, man. Even though I was complaining a lot, there is some good moments.
Yeah,
Hercule and Buu got the best
wasted,
relationship in the entire series. I'm telling you, watching these two develop is some of the greatest moments in the entire franchise. Like, Hercule convincing Buu not to kill anymore is one of the cutest moments I've ever seen, man. I do really like Super Buu. Again, his short temper, being able to control
Devin is
the
a
entire
bread getter,
plot is like everything I want from a villain. And I would love to see another villain move like this. I don't know if y'all could put me on to some in some other series. There is so much potential in this that just does not get seen. The human extinction scene is one of the scariest in the entire series, but I love how this is set up. How Piccolo uses the human lives to buy time because he thinks Super Buu is gonna fly down there and pick them off one by one. And he tries to justify this act because the Dragon Balls exist. This is some morality stuff that you could really only get out of Dragon Ball just because the Dragon Balls exist, and I love it so much. And that's some stuff that I liked, and then I get right back to the complaining because Ultimate Gohan sucks. The main reason why Toriyama brought Goku back was because he did not feel Gohan fit the role when he brought him back as Ultimate Gohan. And as much as I hate the fact that the younger generation theme got dropped, I could see it. I
feel like Gohan should have been, after the Cell Saga, he should have took over as a protagonist. He was the real GOAT. All right? If your top three of Dragon Ball Z is not Goku, Teen Gohan, and Future Trunks, your list is wrong. It's just wrong.
Ultimate Gohan is so boring. Toriyama was like, oh, y'all like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan because of this? I bet. And then tried to bring it back with Ultimate Gohan. But I didn't like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan just because of this. I liked it because of this, this, and this. You take away the character drama and the self-doubt and the coming-of-age story that Gohan had in the Cell Saga. What are you left with? And that's what Ultimate Gohan is. Nothing. You are just a boring person that has a cool design and does cool stuff. If he was calling Buu slurs the entire fight, maybe I'd like him. But he doesn't, so he sucks. I really like this line though.
Ahead, make me pay. But if that's all the power you've got, you're gonna have a lot of trouble collecting.
This old dork ass nigga, man.
He sounds like the Red Ranger from Power Rangers, bro. I'm so man.
That was really crazy. I don't like Ultimate Gohan, but Gotenks. I love this nigga. His first line when he drops in on Gohan has no reason to be as tough as it is. For you to witness the birth of the most powerful Jin of all time, past, present, and future. No, the Piccolo part of his brain was on fire cooking that. As the former Buu declared, I will kill you, and enjoy it. He was just so tough. I don't know what it was. And I really liked his fight with Gohan too. Like low-key, with the way this battle's formatted, you could really make a great final battle with the cast of characters that are available. Gotenks was up there talking his smack.
Yeah, Gohan, you bitch-ass nigga. Must have thought shit was sweet when y'all was running my face. Now come get you some of this pussy, boy.
And in chapter 500 of Dragon Ball, Toriyama realized that he'd been building up some frauds. And he brings back the real GOAT. Chapter 500 of Dragon Ball is where both Goku and Vegeta come back to Earth. And you better get used to it because this series becomes the Goku and Vegeta show ever since. It's so sad because the moment these two come back, it's like Toriyama remembered he could cook as a writer. Elder Kai giving his life to Goku is one of the best jokes in the entire series. The moment Goku pulls up back on Earth, it's like you could feel the energies back. King Yemma bringing back Vegeta is also one of my favorite scenes. And then Goku and Vegeta's conversation before they fuse is one of my favorites as well. Toriyama brings back the two goats and then makes them into one? Nah, son, my dog's back. Vegito is one of the hardest characters to ever step out this franchise.
True.
Would you look at me? I'm setting records.
Gogeta or Vegito? All right. Real questions, chat. Which one? It's got to be Vegito, bro. It's got to be. That's got to be the answer. My man's the drip lord. My man move. Hands crosswise. We, bink. He's out of here. He's out of here. Clean him up off the ground. All right.
His fight against Buuhan is so entertaining. I didn't talk about Buuhan. I actually like Buuhan because unlike any other villain in the series, he actually makes a one-sided beatdown so enjoyable because he's so stupid. He's getting dogged this whole fight, but he's still talking trash. Every time he gets the slightest dub, he's out there cheesing like a 12-year-old. But the Vegito versus Buuhan fight is fantastic. There's just so much I love about this fight. You can go from the small stuff, like I love how Toriyama draws Vegito. He makes his clothes look so baggy, like, that's drip. And Vegito was just out there moving with such finesse. Him boxing with just his feet is some of the coldest shit I've ever seen. Him beating on Buu as a candy is genuinely one of the best moments I've ever seen in an anime fight. I really love this scene where he shoves the spirit sword in Buuhan's face and he's like, you wake up. This man was just so cold. My favorite scene in the entire fight is when they are...
See, this is where you get Vegeta's trash talking skills mixed with Goku's actual talent, okay? That is the recipe for a demon, okay? It's really all Vegeta's worth, though, you know?
Boxing so fast. Literally just see Vegito standing still, and then it adjusts to them fighting at super speeds. I watch that, and then a tear falls from my eyes. It's like, finally, we're back to peak. My man Vegito had Buuhan traumatized. He couldn't even put his hands up without Buuhan flinching. That is my GOAT. A bunch of other plot stuff happens that I personally don't really want to get into. And then Kid Buu appears. Kid Buu is my favorite form of Buu because he is the definition of the word menace. He is only there to run the fade, and I love that. I love how before a word comes out of this man's mouth, he tries to blow up the planet. That's how you introduce a villain, and then he actually just blows up the entire Earth. I really like Kid Buu going from planet to planet, just destroying them with no remorse, and him pulling up to the afterlife just for smoke is crazy. Like, look at this pose.
You see what's good?
No, he icy. Really enjoy seeing the backstory of Kid Buu too. We get to the final fight, and Everybody loves Super Saiyan 2 Goku versus Kid Buu. I like that fight a lot too, but there is a part of me that wish this went the way the manga went. Because in the manga, Goku steps up to box with Kid Buu, and then he sees that Buu is sleeping. And Goku feeling like his ego's being messed with. He's like, he's sleeping? On me? Does he not know who I am? And then off rip goes to Super Saiyan 3. Like, oh, seeing Goku cocky like this, I just wish we saw this animated so bad. But it is what it is.
Man, that shit would be cold if it did happen in the anime, but you know, this transformation was something calm. Instead of having him in the booth yelling for 10 minutes straight, they gave bro a little lightning, a little 7-second yell, and bam, Super Saiyan 3 right in front of Vegeta's dumbass. And I know that boy is heated right now, cause he was really pouring his heart and soul out in that fight, had his ass tied up, and started telling his life story. Talking about how Goku surpassing him was making him sick. Meanwhile, his ass was sitting there with a whole new transformation. Goku and Buu were going hit for hit. Shit was looking like an even matchup. Had everyone on the edge of their seats. Even these dudes in hell were on that shit. They watching this bitch in HD. Praying Goku loses this shit. But peep this though. I thought hell was supposed to
imagine everybody you see that they're watching you, that you worked, praying on your downfall. You're done.
be straight torture and suffering. These dudes got the best viewing experience. Not even the Kai got this shit. Buu starts trolling though, doing this fake ass Sonic shit. And this is why I can't stand Buu. He be making me feel like the old heads that be saying, Steph Curry ruined the game of basketball. Because he's out here trolling, not fighting the traditional way. What is this shit? It's not martial arts. Get this shit off my screen. This shit is a joke. After like 20 minutes of him doing that shit, Goku tries to fight back, tried hitting him with the finisher, but that shit did not work. Cause Buu is a walking cheat code. That shit literally blew his ass into pieces and it became an advantage. Hit his ass with the shadow cone and started blicking, and bro didn't stand a chance. Look at him falling to the floor like future Gohan. Now Vegeta talking about, hey, it's all good, bro. I can sub in. And I knew he was doomed. Bro got no M on his forehead and got cooked by Fat Buu. What the hell is he supposed to do against Kid Buu? And the answer is nothing, because he goes in and gets his shit whacked.
Vegeta.
Bro didn't even bother turning on Super Saiyan. He's like, alright, fuck it. Tossed a couple of key blasts and got his ass beat right after. Homie got slammed to the wall and Goku's just like, alright gang, that's enough out of you. I'm subbing back in. And he comes in this bitch swinging. Fight so crazy at Vegeta reminiscing about the old days. Brody was trying to find out where it went wrong. But the truth is, it started when you were born. Toriyama made sure you were taking them unnecessary L's. Shit ain't fair, I can't even lie to you. But eventually in this fight, Goku just started getting tired. He hit Buu with the stage change and started getting to work. He was cooking up. Gives him a clean 3-piece combo, sends him into the wall. But that shit didn't matter either. Because a couple seconds after, we see him sitting in this bitch whistling. This shit is a fucking game to him. Goku tries to end him again, but all it did was change the stage again. And when he finally got back to surface, we see how fucked up his fit is. Look at this, his gi is barely holding on. Just let it go, bro. Just let it go. At this point in the fight, Goku knows he can't win, but he says something interesting. He said he should have ended him from the start while he was fresh. Job would have been finished. Could have sent Buu to the pits of hell. But guess what? The only reason he didn't was to give Vegeta a shot at fighting Buu.
And there you go. You let bums come in the game, you pass them the ball, and what they do? They brick. Okay? That's what they do. That's what they here for. You're a bum, Vegeta. But you know, hey, Goku said, hey, let me let Vegeta shine a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Look where we're at.
Bro, why? Vegeta couldn't even get past Fat Buu, even tried the strongest move in his arsenal, and that shit didn't work. Why the hell would you give his ass another shot? But yeah, this minute was the longest minute of his life. He was getting tossed around, Buu made his ass eat a ki blast and started choking him out and electrocuting him. Toriyama was having fun drawing every panel of this shit. This was so much torture that Goku had to tell bro, hey bro, you getting your ass beat like this is too distracting. Do better. But unfortunately for everyone, bro did not do better. Homie got choked out and Buu was ready to send his ass right back to hell. But this man Hercule comes in clutch and saves him. That's how you know they just subbing anybody in.
This is Vegeta we're talking about. Getting saved by who?
Hercule comes in clutch and saves him. That's how you know they just subbing anybody in.
This is insane.
Who gonna be next? Yamcha? But nah though. Hercule was really putting in that work. He was actually stalling. I can't even lie. He passed Yamcha in all-time usefulness with this one. But Buu was really a demon though. He was fighting Hercule, Vegeta, Goku, and himself. Goku really had no other options but to pull out the old reliable.
Alright, so let's wrap this up real quick, innit? The final fight is one of the top 5 best fights in the entire Dragon Ball series. I love when Dragon Ball uses other side characters that aren't strong enough to be used in these final conflicts. Damn near every single final battle has it, and other series needs to take notes. Vegeta's "You Are Number One" speech is my favorite scene in the entire art, especially in Japanese. The animation, the music choice was perfect. I love the final spirit bomb. Thank you, Dragon Balls is such a perfect end to everything. The Goku and Vegeta thumbs up is fire. The meetup at Kami's Lookout is really cute. 7-year gap is great. I love all the new designs because this is Goku's best gi bar none. But I like Oob, he's dope. He has a great fight with Goku. I know a lot of people find Dragon Ball Z's ending very disappointing, but I think it's perfect. It ends exactly where Goku started. Being that was meant to destroy the Earth is now being trained to be his protector. Like, how could you not see this as poetry? And then the arc ends. Even though I have a lot of problems with this arc, I still rather enjoy it. I just don't think it stacks up to the consistency that Dragon Ball usually has. Even if you take the beginning segment where I think nothing really bad happens, you compare it to what any other arc had going on at the time, and you'll see why this one lags behind. Shout out my dog Codename Super for tapping.
Shout out Codename Super pulling up.
And then he been locked in.
That's crazy because the clip he put at the beginning said 240,000 subscribers. By the end of this video, my man at 263.
With me for a minute, even before some of y'all. So shout outs to my brother. Check out his channel. I think I know what Dragon Ball arc I'm gonna do next. But that's gonna be a minute.
Ooh, Tournament of Power.
I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.
Yo.
It's like you got come in peace. Today I want war. Should feel my pain every time I have.
Hey, listen. All right, I mean mid. I wouldn't say the Buu Saga's mid. It's slightly above average. All right, slightly though, slightly. But he did say the anime is high B, low A tier, which I think I could give it that. You know what I'm saying? S tier, Cell Saga, man. S tier might be A tier, Tournament of Power A tier, Frieza, F tier. Get that joint out of here, bro.